Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Whiskey and Waffles card unboxing. We haven't done one of these in a while. I figured with Dark Phoenix right around the corner and us making videos on the channel again, it was about time to bust open this factory sealed, unopened box of 1994 Fleer Ultra X-Men Premier Edition cards. This was one of the very first sets that I collected as a kid. I've had this box sealed for quite a while, waiting for a special occasion like a fine wine. These cards have aged. So as you can see, completely factory sealed with all of the Fleer logos. Let's bust this box wide open and start the fun. Right. Now, as we open this up, we get a peek at what these packs looked like in the box. Let's pop you open. And yeah, as you can see, not a whole lot going on in terms of what these packs looked like. You know, pretty plain. The cards inside, though, tell a very different story. All right, one of the things I really like doing before we open this up is let's pull back this tab in the back and take a look at what the odds of Chase cards are inserts. Looks like there are 9 X-Men team portrait cards that are in approximately 1 out of every 5 packs, and 6 Fatal Attraction Power Blast cards in 1 out of every 11. So with 36 packs to deal with, it looks like we're definitely going to get our fair share of the Chase inserts. Unlike previous Marvel sets, particularly the previous X-Men sets, there are no sort of holographic sort of cards that you need to like hit the light just perfectly right to see. Those were always a lot of fun and really rare, but I believe starting with this set, if I'm not mistaken, there are definitely some cool foiling on the cards themselves. So yeah, so here is the first pack. You know, take a look at these. The artwork on these cards are just through the roof great. Like, look at that classic Cyclops. Then you get different team cards. This one is Phoenix from Excalibur. Definitely a group that I was a big fan of back as a kid. Maverick, nice. Cypher, with literally the world's most interesting power. Extreme, as 90s as you can get, followed by another pretty 90s set of cards. Boomer, in her sort of late New Mutants X-Force sort of attire, and then Cyclops, classic Jim Lee era Cyclops. These cards are gorgeous, and I remember as a kid, the previous X-Men set looked really nice, but they were not too different than other cards, other sort of Marvel cards of the era, really in DC. Like, they had really cool art, but this stuff with the gold stamping on the labels and this artwork, which is just phenomenal. That X-Force team card, Apocalypse as a supervillain, Mojo. Look at that! Like, that artwork right there is killer. And then we have, this is actually our first of the Chase cards. This is one of the Fatal Attraction Power Blasts, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely, this is actually number 1 of 6. So this gives you an example of what the Chase cards here look like. A really cool foiling on these cards. And for this set, they went through the different sort of story beats of Fatal Attractions, which was one of the big X-Men multi sort of title crossover event, where we saw Magneto ripping the adamantium directly from Wolverine's bones. Just as a kid, a milestone moment in Marvel Comics. All right. So now, since there are so many packs here, I'm just going to sort of bust through them. Probably throw on a little time lapse, a little speed run through, stopping for anything particularly fun to look at. All right, ooh, look at this. We got a checklist card. Always a staple of these classic sets, where you can kind of see all of the different team triptychs here that you can collect. X-Men Gold, Blue, X-Force, X-Factor, Excalibur, and a Wedding triptych. Oh, I remember those. Those were really cool. All these deceased cards showcasing characters that have up to this point in time passed away. The Wolverine's Greatest Battles, we've seen a few of those already. The original team set, which is great. The X-Overs, which these were among my favorite cards of the series, because what these were is a card that represented a different major event within the X-Men universe. And luckily enough, we have what is easily the most iconic card from this set, the Fatal Attractions crossover card. Just literally, this is one of the prettiest pieces of art representing the X-Men that I've seen in quite a while. I mean, just Magneto is so badass there. I love that card. Cannonball. So this Cannonball, and then so this Cannonball right here, I, as a kid, drew the ever-living crap out of Cannonball pretty much exclusively because you didn't have to draw his feet or legs, really, in crotch. You just needed belt up. And it's a pretty simple pose, you know, one arm forward extended, the other arm in almost sort of punchy, tucked in mode. Yeah, that's really all you needed. And so Cannonball, little Sam Guthrie action, used to be my go-to sort of notebook doodle. And this pose right here, this card really is a major inspiration for exactly what I did back then. Oh, here we go. Here's another one of the chase cards. Just sort of put those to the side for a second. Here is Jean Grey, and I believe this is going to be the X-Men Portrait series, if I recall. Yes. So this is actually part of a 9-card set where they sort of make a sort of total puzzle. That when you put all of these in to sort of a sleeve, a 9-card sleeve, you'd have here, 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 up 3, and it would create a sort of large-scale team image. I believe Xavier sort of in the foreground middle here, and they are in the danger room. But let's definitely see if we get a couple more of these along the way, and we can kind of show you what they look like. Sabretooth with this really fantastic art where it looks like he's actually cutting through the cardstock itself, and it cuts over the different sort of little dots over here that are part of the card sort of overall design. Really, really cool looking. Sabretooth is a badass. Another one of the Fatal Attraction story cards. This is going to be the last one, 6 of 6. Yeah, 6 of 6. This is Wolverine leaving the school. He has had all of the metal ripped from his bones, so he is very understandably ready to take a bit of a break. Classic Jim Lee era costume design team back there. I mean, dang, this might as well have been a clip from the actual animated series, as much of this looking like that run. Okay, we got the Storm on that X-Men Portrait cards. That's our second of these. Very cool. Okay, so this is great. This pack actually had back-to-back chase cards. That's really cool. As a kid, this would have been like the dopest pack ever. I would have flipped out. Oh my god. going to open up today. Let's see what we get. Wolverine versus the Thing. A classic Professor Xavier. A Nightcrawler from Excalibur. This dude. That dude. Him. That guy. Her. Him. And dude. Well, there you go. That is the X-Men 1994 Fleer Ultra set. Let's take a look at the checklist to see kind of how we did in terms of the set. So on the superhero side, we definitely got Cyclops, Rogue, Beast, Gambit, Jubilee, Wolverine, Psylocke, Revanche, Banshee, Iceman, Bishop, Archangel, I believe we got in there. Storm, Jean Grey, Sabretooth, Professor X, Nightcrawler, Phoenix, Shadowcat, Domino, Cable, Shatterstar, Warpath, Boomer, Cannonball, Siren, Sunspot, Richter, Havoc, Polaris, Forge, Strong Guy. Don't know if I saw Strong Guy. That might be one we missed. Wolfsbane, Multiple Man. There was definitely a Multiple Man somewhere, but that might have been on the team cards. Random, Quicksilver, Lilandra, Ascani, Tyler, Longshot, Feral, Dazzler, Weapon X, Wolverine, as opposed to the other Weapon X, Mirage, Magma, Sunfire, Weapon X, the other, Grizzly, which I don't believe I saw Grizzly in here either, Hammer, Maverick, do we have a Maverick? We might have had a Maverick, Extreme, and Copycat. As far as villains go, the villain version of Colossus, Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Deadpool, Juggernaut, Cyber, Apocalypse, Omega Red, Mystique, Sauron, Strife, White Queen, Haven, Exodus, Ahab, Executioner, Black Tom Cassidy, Pyro I didn't see. We might have missed out on a Pyro. Arcade, definitely had an Arcade. Matsuo, I'm not sure. Mojo Spiral, I don't know that I saw her. Caliban's definitely in there. Wendigo, Nimrod, Silver Samurai, Sentinels, Brood, Gideon, Games Master, Shinobi Shaw, Fitzroy, Sienna Blaze, Graydon Creed, Slayback, and Sincere. A couple more on the back. Tempo, Wildside, Reaper, Forearm, Locust, Moonstar, and Rainfire. So I'd say we probably got, of the 96 of those cards, looking at something like 90 of them. I think pretty close to a full set out of this box. Maybe more if I missed something. The original team cards, we got a Cyclops. I don't think we got an Iceman. He was a little more snowman looking back then. Pretty sure I saw an Angel. Definitely got a Beast and a Marvel Gold and a Professor X. Crossovers, the Mutant Massacre, Fall of Mutants, Inferno, Extinction Agenda, Executioner's Song, and Fatal Attractions. Definitely got all of those. Team Triptychs, definitely all three blue and gold. Pretty sure we got all three X-Force, and not sure about X-Factor. We might be missing one Excalibur, and definitely got the full Wedding Triptych. Our deceased characters, I didn't see a Magic, did a couple Warlocks, definitely a Cypher, no Douglock yet. Goblin Queen, Sebastian Shaw, Mesmero, and Mimic. So I think we're only missing one of there. Oh wait, Dark Phoenix, Mastermind, and Thunderbird had all three of those. And then on the Wolverine's Greatest Battles, Wolverine and Sabretooth, Wolverine vs. Cyber, Omega Red, Hulk, Thing, Spider-Man, Silver Samurai, Hellfire Club, Cable, Sauron, Punisher, Lord Shingen, and Lady Deathstrike. I think we got all of those too. Maybe we're missing Lady Deathstrike. I don't completely remember. And then the checklist. So I think that amongst the regular set, all 150 cards, we're looking at probably like 140 of them is in terms of going towards a complete set. Which, obviously you'd prefer to get a whole set on an unopened box like this. But, that's a pretty strong run. Let's look at the chase cards here for a second to see how we did. Okay, so of the chase cards, of the set of 9 portrait cards, we got 5 of them. So Jean Grey, Storm, Cyclops and Psylocke, Bishop and Gambit, and Sabretooth and Iceman. And then of the Fatal Attractions set of 6, we got 3. So the Behold Avalon sort of first card with Magneto. Magneto's defeated, and Exit Wolverine. So the last 2 cards in the set. So on the whole, I'd say roughly a little more, like just more than half of the total chase cards. So I think a full unopened box gets you very dang near close to a full box set. And then everything else, we got about half of the total cards. If the Fatal Attractions are 1 out of 11, 3 out of 36 packs is pretty roughly correct. And then if the other one, the portraits were 1 of 5, and we got 5, we got a little under the expected value there. Probably should have expected to see 6, maybe 7 of those, but we didn't get any duplicates. So I think that on the whole, you really can't complain about getting a full half of all of the chase cards in a given set, especially back then, back in the 90s. These cards were so much more about the totality of the full set and the artwork and looking at your favorite characters and your favorite teams all together in your binder than necessarily the chase cards. The chase cards were a cool additive piece. When they were the sort of 1 of or 1-3 set of the holograms from some of the previous sets, those were really cool. Felt even rarer, like you weren't guaranteed to get one that frequently. There might have been 1 or 2 in a box. It just had an allure. When they started the foil stamping special insert sets, they became more common and really fun to collect. I think the Masterpiece set from 92 started the foil stamping trend, where it was just a card of normal look and design, but specifically with the sort of foil stamping to denote that they were a special chase insert. But they were also unique in original art and original cards, not just foil stamping over the card itself that you would see in later sets, where you would have maybe blue variants or red variants that denoted rarity. This was definitely still about making original cards for the insert sets. So on the whole, I'm really excited about this. Really pleased. Really fun cards to look at. Hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. And that's going to be the end of it, guys. Thank you for watching. Click on one of the videos on the screen right now if you want to watch some more of our stuff. We'll have another one of our unboxings sort of here, and then something new from the channel sort of here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. See you guys later.